Hello teachers! So, this video is all about community school project. So, this video, kung naghahanap kayo ng isang project proposal wherein it needs participation, involvement of our stakeholders, especially sa ating mga school-based management, isa ito sa mga kailangan nyong meron kayo, a project proposal. Palagi naman natin ginagawa yan, di ba? We are always working with our stakeholders, with our parents, barangay officials, but sometimes ginagawa na natin to without a project proposal. So kung hinahanap nyo ang sample and guide, ito ang video na para sa inyo. So the title of this proposal is Project BIGKIS. So sa mga hindi po nakakaalam, when you say BIGKIS, ito yung tumutukoy sa isang bagay that connects. So, as a proponent, or at the same time, the one who crafted this, naisipan ko na gumawa ng isang title na connected din when it comes to how we connect, how we interact, and how we tap the help of our stakeholders. And that symbolizes our project title. But of course, that project title is or has an acronym. So as you can see from the title, Project BIGKIS stands for BIGKIS, Beautification, Intensification, Greening, and Keeping Initiatives in School. So from the title itself, tutukoy ito sa kung ano ang mga gagawin sa loob halos ng isang school year or depende sa kung ano yung target nyo na cover ng project. So, ngayon na meron tayong mga pagkakataon that our principal or our school has a new principal, sometimes they wanted to have a new project, new site on what will happen for the whole year or for the school year that they will be staying in our school. Gaya po sa amin. So kadalasan, ang gusto nila, of course, beautification, and of course, ma-intensify, mapalakas. Greening, mas lalo pang mapadami yung mga halaman sa ating kapaligiran, and of course, initiatives, pagkukusa sa ating mga paaralan ng ating mga stakeholders. Kaya nabuo natin ang title na ito na Project BIGKIS. So, to tell you the second one, so that sa ating ginawa na parts ng project proposal, we have of course the proponent. Of course, sa ating mga bago dyan na nanonood ng ating channel, so proponent, sino yung gumawa? Sino yung mga kasama, ang bubuo sa ating project na to? So, we have chairman. So, by the way, this proposal can be used by our school heads because kadalasan, this is a project that can be is initiated by our school heads. But of course, master teachers or teachers pwede din po, especially sa mga MT na hinahanapan tayo ng mga proposal about how are we connecting, how do we ask or how do we motivate our stakeholders to partner with our schools. Then of course, you cannot do it alone, so you have your members. Next is the target date. So sa target date po, I just leave it blank because kayo nang bahala kung anong ilalagay nyo, kung anong scope ng inyong magiging project. So that's it. Next, teachers, we move on to our next part. So the Roman number 1, the rationale. So here, we are going to discuss the background. Then, the reason behind why are you going to conduct this project. Of course, as you can see from the sample, I discussed there the reason why it was titled Project BIGKIS. So, nakalagay po dyan. So, yan lang po. Basta na-discuss nyo yung background and then how come nakabuo kayo ng isang topic and isang project. Why nyo naisip ang project na to. So, dito nyo po ilalagay sa rationale. So, pakibasa lang po, teachers. So, next. Okay, so we have now our next part, Roman number 2, our objective. So, here, this is where the part wherein you are going to put what are the things that you wanted to achieve at the end of this project. What are your goals? So, as you can see here, ang ating objective, it should be SMART. So, dapat attainable. So, ang example natin for number 1, to make the school environment conducive for learning, of course, as our target. Number 2, to encourage stakeholders' participation in school community projects. And for number 3, promote spirit of camaraderie and good rapport among the school and community. So that evolves and constitutes to our title, Project BIGKIS. So teachers, for Roman number 3, this is the part wherein what are the things that you will conduct before having the implementation. What are the step-by-step procedure in making or conducting this project? So here, as you can see, we have samples. In our methodology, we specified the different activities, the time frame, the person involved, the resources requirements, and the MOVs. So, pwede nyo po itong basahin na lang. Andiyan naman po sa screen. Next, so yan po yung ating pre-implementation. So, bago implement ng project, what are the things that you need to do? Okay, so to continue ng ating pre-implementation, so of course kasama dyan yung prepare project proposal, the time frame, the persons involved, of course, MOVs. Then, of course, after the preparation, you have to communicate the content. Of course, as the proponent, if you are the teacher, you have to ensure that it is checked by your master teachers or the principal or school heads to ensure that it is planned well, and of course, maayos nyo na consult yung inyong mga stakeholders if they are involved also. Next, after the pre-implementation, here we have the implementation plan. Ano yung mga mangyayari na? So, of course, dito nakalagay na yung lahat ng mga projects. So, there you are just going to identify what are the projects that you have to make. Teachers, tandaan natin that this project title will cover all the projects that you have or that you will achieve, that you wanted to achieve. For example, when it comes to greening, ano yung mga umbrella na projects na pwede nyong maisip? When it comes to beautification of the school, ano yung mga projects? So, there, as you can see in our implementation plan, yung mga projects na naisip ninyo together with the stakeholders, yun na ang tatawag nating implementation. How you implemented the project. Of course, yung kailan yung time frame, the persons involved, the things that you have to the things that you needed or resources, and the MOV. Then of course, isa sa mga bagay na maganda nating gawin as internal stakeholders or the teachers or principal is of course to encourage and empower greater participation coming from our stakeholders, our community partners. We have to give credits to their performance or on how they help us by means of awarding certificates or anything that you want to give to them. A simple appreciation will do. So then you have the when are you going to do that? So maybe of course maybe after each project or after the projects pwede nyo doon gawin. Then nakalagay po dyan yung persons involved, then the things that is needed, then the MOV. Then post-implementation, after the project, what are the things that you have to do? So nakalagay na po dyan. Pakicheck na lang po. Alright, so after that, our next part, Roman number 4, the participants. So, of course, who are the participants? Teachers, you can modify this. So, participants, pwede nyo po dyan ilagay na yung working committees. Sino yung mga persons involved? So, sa akin dyan, hindi ko na po nailagay. But then, anyway, this is just a sample. So, you can always edit this or you can always add. This is just a sample or idea to those who wanted to conduct a project proposal involving the community stakeholders. Then, of course, Roman number 5, the project implementation plan. So, when, activities, persons involved. So here, sa project implementation plan, hiniwala natin to because if you wanted to specify the things or the activities, the name of the projects, you can always add it here. So, the persons involved and then the time frame. Okay. So after that, of course, kapag may project, we need financial capability. So we have financial plan. So this is just a sample. You can always modify this. Then nakalagay tayo dito, the source of the fund. So since this is a school community project, we can get some part of this from our school MOE, or minsan kumukuha tayo or nag-tap tayo ng mga sponsors. Okay, so Roman number 6. Then for Roman number 7, for monitoring and evaluation, so ito ay mahalaga po because in the conduct of the activity, this assessment should always be monitored and evaluated. So dito, since this is an activity by the school and community, i-edit nyo na lang po yan, teachers. You can have, of course, the one that will monitor this is the public schools district supervisor. Since this is a school-based activity participated by the school and the community, pwede ditong mag-monitor and mag-evaluate ang mas mataas sa ating principal, which is the PSDS, or kung sino ang naatasan when it comes to this area. Okay, so prepared by, sino yung proponent? So if you are the proponent, the teacher, you can write your name. Noted, of course, this should be noted. Alam ng ating principal, ng ating PSDSS. And then recommending approval. So ito po ay sample lamang, SGOD chief. Then sa baba po, approve. So once approved, then this one is good to go. Again, this is just a sample po, a sample sign, sample signatory sa baba. You can modify this because sometimes sa iba't ibang division, we have different ways on what or who should be the signatories in each project proposal. Kayo po pwede na po i-modify. Anyway, this is a sample that you can use if you wanted to make. So ito po ng mga project proposals for your information. Bakit mahalaga na tayo may project proposals? Because this is a file, a document needed sometimes when we are asked, when we want to support the different programs that were conducted in our school. So ito po ang pinakamahalaga or isa sa pinakamahalaga sa ating mga activities na ginagawa. Okay, so if I help you and if you learn something from me, you can always comment kung ano pa yung mga gusto nyo na topic natin, i-discuss natin. And then you can always like this video. So pwede nyo po akong i-PM or i-message sa akin messenger. Nandiyan po sa comment section or sa description, ilalagay ko po pati po yung aming group. So that's all for today and see you next time. God bless.